Welcome to the webinar, Empowering Veterans and Their Support Networks, a Path to Resilience and Reintegration, a complimentary webinar presented for veterans and their support networks. I am Linda Cassell, MSN RM, Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Board Certified, and I have had the honor and privilege of caring for veterans at my local VA hospital for over 25 years. Veterans would express to me their challenges with anxiety, pain, sleep, and PTSD symptoms, and not having physical and mental health results. This webinar presents different evidence based interventions to empower veterans. Did you know that across the United States and around the world, millions of veterans transition from service to civilian life each year? While many make this shift successfully, others face challenges that range from psychological and physical health issues to unemployment, social isolation, and difficulties accessing care. Supporting veterans through this transition requires a comprehensive approach, one that not only addresses their individual needs, but also empowers the network that surround them, including family members, friends, caregivers, and community institutions. This presentation explores strategies to empower veterans and their support networks, focusing on mental health, community engagement, family support, education, employment, and advocacy. It also emphasizes the importance of culturally competent care and systemic reform to ensure that those who served are honored not only with gratitude, but with meaningful, lasting support. Understanding the veteran face. The transition from military to life can be jarring for veterans. They face a unique combination of physical, psychological, and social challenges. Mental health concerns, according to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, as many as 20% of veterans served in Iraq and Afghanistan experience post traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, in a given year. Others suffer from depression, anxiety, substance use disorder, or suicide ideation. Physical injuries and chronic pain. Many veterans live with combat related injuries, amputations, or traumatic brain injuries, or TBI. Chronic pain conditions can further compound their difficulties and impact mental health. Homelessness and unemployment. Veterans account for a disproportionate percentage of the U.S. homeless population. Barriers to employment, such as a lack of civil job experience or service connected disabilities, can increase the risk of poverty. Social reintegration. After years of structured military life, reintegrating into unstructured civilian life may be overwhelming. Veterans may struggle to find purpose, reestablish relationships, or communicate their needs effectively. Empowerment, therefore, must begin with understanding and addressing the multidimensional nature of these challenges. Empowering veterans through their mental health support. One of the most critical elements of empowerment is ensuring veterans have access to timely, evidence based mental health care. Several key components support this, like trauma informed care, which is health professionals and community workers should be trained in trauma informed practices that prioritize safety, trust, collaboration, empowerment, and culture competence. Peer support programs. Veterans often find solace in talking to others who have been there. Programs such as the VA Peer Specialist Initiative help build trust, reduce stigma, and encourage help seeking behavior. Accessible services, expanding telehealth and mobile clinics, particularly for rural veterans, ensures access across all locations. Community based mental health programs, partnership with organizations such as Give an Hour, Wounded Warrior Project, and local nonprofits broaden the network of support. Family and caregiver empowerment. Veterans don't live in a vacuum. Families and caregivers play essential roles in recovery and reintegration. Empowering them benefits both veterans and their support systems, which include the following: education and training. Programs like the VA Caregiver Support Program provide education on how to care for veterans with PTSD, TBI, and physical disability. Knowledge improves confidence and reduces burnout. Respite services. Family caregivers often suffer from emotional and physical exhaustion. Offering short term relief through respite care services help preserve their well being. Support groups, peer networks for spouses, children, and parents of veterans help individuals feel less alone and more equipped to cope. Financial and legal resources. Navigating VA benefits, disability claims, and legal rights can be complex. Ensuring families have access to trained advocates is a vital form of empowerment. Community and social connection. Community support can transform the reintegration experience. Veterans thrive when they have connected to something greater than themselves. Below are some examples: the Veteran Service Organization, or the VSO, such as the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign War, VFW, and the Team RWB, provide camaraderie, purpose, and social engagement. Faith-based and civic engagement. Spirituality and volunteerism offer veterans meaningful ways to reconnect, heal, and serve their communities. Recreational therapy and adaptive sports. Organizations such as the Disabled Veterans USA and the Invictus Games highlight how physical activity fosters resilience and social bonding. Public awareness and community education, educating civilians about veterans' experiences, and reduces stigmatization. Community events, veteran panels, and local partnerships can close the military civilian gap. Holistic and integrative care. Empowerment is most sustainable when support addresses the mind, body, and spirit. Integrative health approaches, which combine conventional medicine with evidence-based complementary practices, are gaining momentum, including the IRT, which is integrated resiliency training. Programs help veterans develop self-awareness, stress management skills, and emotional regulation through modalities such as mindfulness, breath work, and movement therapy. Complementary therapies as yoga, acupuncture, equine assisted therapy, and art therapies have shown promise in improving PTSD symptoms and overall well being. Nutrition and sleep health. Educating veterans and their families about the impact of diet and sleep on mood and recovery is essential for whole health care. Spiritual support. Chaplain services and spiritual counseling enable veterans to explore the meaning and purpose, critical dimensions of their healing. Employment and economic empowerment. A key measure of empowerment is financial stability. Veterans bring leadership, discipline, and problem-solving skills to the workforce, yet often face barriers to employment. Below are resources to assist veterans seeking employment. Translating military experiences. Programs like Hiring Our Heroes help veterans identify and communicate their skills in ways that resonate with civilian employers. Job training and education. The post 9/11 GI Bill has enabled thousands of veterans to pursue degrees or certifications. Institutions that provide veteran-centered support services often see better outcomes. Veteran-owned business support. Entrepreneurship programs such as those by Bunker Labs or the Small Business Administration Boots to Business Initiative help veterans start and scale businesses. Corporate partnerships. Employers committed to hiring veterans through mentorship, upskilling, and internal networks can become powerful allies in economic empowerment. Advocacy and policy change. While grassroots support is vital, systemic change is equally important. Empowerment effects must influence policy at all levels, including local, state, and federal, which are listed below. Veteran led advocacy, veterans seeking out a Capitol Hill or at town halls bring authenticity and urgency to policy debates. Legislative initiatives, laws such as the PACT Act, which expands care for veterans exposed to toxins, exemplify how advocacy can lead to tangible benefits. Research and data collection, supporting veteran centered research helps inform policy and fund evidence based interventions. Civic participation, encourage veterans to vote, run for office, or join advocacy councils, ensure their voices shape the future. The role of technology and empowerment. Technology is a powerful tool for connection, education, and access to care. Some of it includes apps and online platforms. Tools like PTSD Coach and Vet Change offer discreet, self-guided support. Telehealth expands access to remote or disabled veterans. Virtual communities, online forums, and social media groups provide a sense of belonging and continuous support. Data and AI for personal care, machine learning tools can help predict risk, personalized treatment, and streamline care coordination. A vision for the future, empowering veterans and their support network means honoring their service, not just with words, but with action. This includes ensuring every veteran has access to timely, compassionate, and high quality care. Creating opportunities for purpose, connection, and leadership in civilian life, building strong family and caregiver supports that are backed by policy and funding, educating communities to recognize and address the needs of veterans, centering veterans in the design of programs and services that affect them. In conclusion, empowerment is not a single event, it's a process. Veterans and their support networks must be given the tools, knowledge, and opportunities they need to thrive after service. When society moves beyond gratitude to action through integrative care, education, advocacy, and inclusion, we are not only support those who serve, but also elevate the strength and resilience of the entire nation. Thank you. And please visit my website, veteransvictories.org. Thank you.